Three takeaways from the book Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Yes, in this particular video, my name is Ravi Kumar Nadar, and I'm going to share the three takeaways from the recent book which I read, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Now, who is David Goggins? David Goggins is one of the mental toughest men in the world. He has broken so many records. Now, the very first thing is he has completed Hell Week from the Navy SEAL training. Now, Hell Week, for those who don't know what is Hell Week is a training which you have to go through the Navy SEAL. He has not only completed once, twice, but he has to go through 3 times. Why? Because every time when he used to complete due to some or the other reason, due to his injury, he has to start it from the day 1. And it is one of the toughest training in the world. The second thing is he has broken the record of 135 miles running in just 26 hours. Yes. And he has ran in the Death Valley during the summertime where when the weather is too hot and very few people complete those races. And the third thing what he has done, he has broken the record of pull-ups, that is 4,030 pull-ups in just 24 hours. Yes, there was another record which was 2,030, which was recorded in Guinness Book World Record. But when David Goggins found and researched, and he made a thought of that breaking that particular record, because he wants to be so mentally tough and prepared, and he just want to unleash his own mental toughness and mental potential. So he has broken the record. Now, did he broken that on the first attempt? No. First attempt he failed. Second he failed, but he made sure that by the third attempt he completed around 4,030 pull-ups in just 24 hours. Now, what are the main takeaways from this book is, the very first thing is, how did he do that? Because this is something which not each and every person does it. So one of the strategy, one of the biggest takeaways I want to share is, he says that whenever we get exhausted by doing any kind of an activities, maybe it's while running or maybe doing anything which is we have to be mentally prepared and mentally tough, or maybe doing workout. For example, if you're someone who is doing pull-ups, maybe 15 pull-ups, and you are exhausted and you are getting that pain. At that time, what he is saying, that the mind is playing a trick on you, and it says that you cannot do even more extra 1 pull-ups. And that is the time which you need to realize that you have only given you 40% of your mindset potential. You have still more 60% of your potential to go on. That means the mind is saying you that you cannot do even 1 more. At that time, you need to realize that you have 60% of more potential in your reserve time. And that is how he was able to complete all his training and runnings, each and everything. Whenever he was going through the mental toughness thing, he used to, whenever he is completely exhausted while running or doing anything, any kind of a training, when he is exhausted, and that's when he comes to know that I have just utilized my 40% potential. I know that I still have that more 60% which is in my reserve time. And it's not only about David Goggins. It says that is how the mind play tricks on us. So if you're someone who is going through anything any problems or any challenges, and how you can overcome your mind is, you need to listen to your mind. That time when it says that you have just over exhausted, that's when you need to make sure that you have just utilized 40%. There is more 60% on their reserve time. The second thing what he talks about, the second biggest takeaway, is about the victory jar. What a nice concept. The cookie jar. And what I call that as a victory jar, he says about the cookie jar. Now, when he was a kid, he was going through a lot of challenges, abuse your parents, fights, this and that, and he was going through hell. And every time he used to complete his studies, like, it used to take a long time for him to complete his studies because he was not good at studies, or maybe for doing any kind of activities. His mom used to work hard, and he get the cookies for him, and he used to think about that, like every one cookie when he has to eat, that he has to complete any particular task. So same way what he has shared in that particular book is same way what we can do is whatever challenges we have overcome in our life, we have to make as a cookie jar, so that what we can do is we can just write it down, the problems we were facing and how we overcame it, and just fill that jar. So what he shared is a cookie jar, and what we can do as make that as a victory jar, so that in future if we are facing any problems, or if we are stuck in a problems, and if we don't believe in ourselves that we are not able to achieve our goals or our dreams, we can look at our cookie jar. You can start it with one. You can remember that, is there any things which you have overcome in your life? Just go ahead, write it, and make a note of it and put it in one jar. So one will lead to two, two will lead to three, two will lead with four. So tomorrow, after 3 or 5 years, if you have stuck in a very big problem, you can go ahead and just refer to that jar. Then you have already accomplished and overcome so many challenges, and it will be so easy to overcome this particular challenges, and this will look so small. That is a wonderful concept. And the third thing is, he says that everyone gets 168 hours a week. And it totally depends how they schedule their week, so that they can live up to his maximum potential. So he says that if you really want to become successful, and if you really want to unleash your mindset potential, you have to schedule your day, and you have to back it up with your work ethic. There should be 100% more work, like 100% work ethic. So if you really want to do something outstanding, that's when you will be able to do that. It doesn't matter, like if any particular task or activity, you just need to schedule it. Even it's a family time, schedule that family time. If it's a workout time, schedule it. If it's a fun time, vacation time, schedule it. Everything needs to be scheduled. When you start scheduling, at that time you will realize that you have so many hours left, so that end of the day you can utilize that to become a better version of yourself. That is what he talks about, to become a better version of yourself, and so that he can unleash his potential. So these are the 3 major takeaways from book David Goggins' book Can't Hurt Me. And thank you so much guys for watching this video, and see you soon in the next video in another book takeaways. And I'm making this book takeaways because I have a goal wherein I'm going to read 100 books this year. So this is my first book for this particular year, which is from David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you press the like button if you like this video, and also subscribe to my channel, so that you get 3 direct takeaways from any particular big book, so that you don't have to read that particular book. You can just go ahead and implement it in your life. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon in the next video.